coming into this must-win war, we've matched up against Utopia, which is the #1 ranked alliance so far for this season. Officers had given the paths out, which was path 7 for both sections for me. We spoke about what team I needed, and we decided the 6-star rank 3 Doom, just because I didn't need the dupe, would be sufficient for this war. Yeah, we need the win, so let's see how we go. The first fight here, path 7 with the kinetic transference node, was Apocalypse. Now, another member of the alliance was waiting for me to do this fight so I could let them know if this had suicides or not on, just because they placed an Elsa on defense, and obviously that could change the attacker that we need to use. So just grabbing some boosts here. I don't think it's a too difficult fight, but just boosting just in case. Sadly, there was a little mess up with AQ this week, so we didn't get the normal standard champion boost that we get, so I just didn't apply them. Yeah, I'll just let you enjoy this fight without me talking. So yeah, lovely little connection issue towards the end of that fight then, always makes you a little bit nervous. Going to the next fight, which was Blades, pretty easy, you can do it with any champion, I'd say. I just chose Quake, just because, yeah, he shouldn't touch me, easy fight, come away with 100% health, and I don't need to worry about it again. coming to the end of this fight now. This is my last little bit of activity in section 1. I used a couple bits of energy just here just to help people move on a little bit in case they were big 6-hour boosting. That way they could try and get as much done as they needed to. So into section 2 we go with this terrible domino fight. As I've said many times, I hate it, but the officers give it me because I tend to handle it quite well and have a rank 3 warlock, which is probably one of the best options for it. I waited a little bit later than everybody else in the battle group to complete this just because I wanted to know whether this domino had willpower or not, and there was a few defenders that were left in section 2 and the mini bosses who was placed by this user, so it just gave me a little bit more of a chance to know. Yeah, so I'll let you enjoy the fight. Thanks. Just noticed watching back the recording, I actually must have had my phone on silent at this point, so there'll actually be no game sound from the fight itself. So as you can see, the fight's going pretty well. Yeah, standard take a couple of special frees with domino. Like I've said many times, invulnerability boost is probably the best way to go for this fight. You just don't get very many. Kabam are a bit tight with them sometimes. Sadly here, I've done a parry, then a medium, tried to throw the special too like I normally would, but she was lucky, so she evaded the whole thing. Almost gets back up to a special 3, you'll see here. Luckily, even though she was lucky, I just went for the combo, ended it with a special 1, and the fight was over. So here, it's another kinetic transference fight on Path 7. A duped Punisher 2099 is a little bit of a trap fight, just because with his dupe, he actually stops you getting to a special 3. I believe it's for 10 seconds. So if you're using someone like Doom or someone like that, you've got to be a little bit careful of that if you're going into the Doom cycle. So I just choose Quake again. It's a relatively easy fight with Quake. She's a champion that I'm very comfortable with. So just do this fight. Thank you to the officers for giving me these 2 paths again. I'd love to say I've really enjoyed it. The officer was waiting for that little bit with me mentioning how much I enjoy the domino fight and this path in general. Yeah, so that's this fight done. That's the battle group then finished for this war. We're just obviously going to the end of the map now after it's been completed and the boss has been dropped. Yeah, so the battle group as a whole, we didn't really have our best war, if I'm honest. We've definitely had better, but yeah, we ended up winning war number 11 of the season. That secures Masters for us, so yeah, great result.